Hello and welcome. Today is that of the 29th day of September 2019. My name is Derek. Like always, all bets, trades of the like. Well, that's within each's own risk and their own reward. As far as Bitcoin dominance is concerned, this is the one that I don't know, wait and see kind of deal. In that, we've had this low and this high, and this run I mentioned all just very little. This is the third, and really I'm not going to say the best because this was a pretty good one too, attempt in taking out the end of this bull market. Well, since this high prices or the numbers has been able to get up to this 18 average of highs and just hanging in there. So until I can see that it's having a little break around there, which will tell me, okay, reversal of trend, or come up with here, resumption of trend. So reversal to down, resumption to the up. Just a wait and see game. Regarding that of Bitcoin against the US dollar, as we see price at 8,015, and as I've been stating, one of two things, either that of the area here where the failed breakdown bottom would be, or removed en route to that of the area of 6341, and probably piercing a little below, probably around 6,000 even-ish area. Is the intended target if we see what's going on. We're halfway through, and the more and more we look at the shorter term time frame, the more evidence it looks like that it's going to be a move to 63. In viewing the shorter term, we have the 3 hour time frame, which has resisted this area of double hit support and really double hit resistance. Right now, still hanging in there within the 18 average of lows, but most certainly is hanging on like a thread as this level of more shorter term resistance is definitely not supporting. We can probably see this more clearly and will when we look at this view via that of the single hour. Therefore, as it looks within the 18 average, we can see that coming down from this last breakout attempt. This is where the price is hanging in there within the 18 lows, but it had no times when it had any breaks above it and doing what it would do if it was a bullish move. Instead, we have this period here that breaks down this low barely, but now the last period consolidated within this lower area. We have 38 minutes left, so past the 1/3 mark of this hour, pretty much around the same thing, really showing that breakdown resist or weakness that I see amongst this. And one way of looking at charts, if you have the availability to do so, is to look at the invert of that chart, which is where I'm going to go now. And on the single hour within this, well, we can see how the support has held well. The support, of course, being this resistance back in here. And this failed breakout, which refers, of course, to the failed breakdown before, showing a lot of strength here amongst the 18 average of highs. So therefore, the Bitcoin is showing a lot of weakness on the 18 lows. As we can see, the 8 hour time frame, this is looking like a very bullish setup after breaking this little area in here, having a very big, concise move, and after that high in here, what does it do after the fact? Has a little bit of a price correction given the rally that it had, and then all of this sideways action. But we're seeing here how it's lifting off from within this 18 average as it is. There's definitely a lot of reason to believe, okay, it looks like this is not done. It's move. And you can see the last 3 or 4 bars of the consolidation amongst the daily term time frame. On the weekly, it's just trying at stage number 2 in reversal of trend. As this is a downtrend, which of course is Bitcoin going up, band flattening out in here, and now stage 2 establishing a level of resistance. So this is one area, and of course, if it happens to go higher, this would be an even larger area. But this is the time frame that tells me it's really where it's going to matter. Because it really now comes down to this range, which really is the range between that of $3,000 to the downside on Bitcoin, which is what this high reflects at, and this $20,000 high, which is where this low is reflected at. For this major down move, which was the major Bitcoin rise, has since from this bottom, well, it's managed to come up here, it's managed to come down below there. Well, that's one side of sign of sideways neutrality. but then it all comes down to the break. Until it does anything in this, it's just neutral, meh, whatever. Until breaking out above here pretty much means that the Bitcoin phase is over, or there's a very high likelihood of that. Of course, there's always that failed breakout, which would be very interesting if it happens. I'm never making the prediction that would happen, but whatever I predict doesn't matter. Market's going to do what it's going to do, meaning something like this. If it does any type of breakout like that, that would just be sick. But markets markets don't mind being sick at different times. And of course, breaking down below here, which means resumption of this bull market that we've had, means we've had a good rally from the like 2014, 2015 lows. It's had its best and really only big correction from that point. And then going back in here means, well, we're back to where we were, and the moves can be concise and large after that. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye bye.